I'm Alex,
I'm Kurt.
and we're going to give you some secondary commentary for the XCF Last Rites from August 10th. Wait, what is that date?
October 27th,
oh, sorry,
2013.
Sorry, XCF Last Rites 8. That means it's one of 8. Kurt.
One of a series.
That's a lot.
At a minimum.
October 27th, 2013, from 10 years ago. It is Big Worm versus Fisherman Jenkins. Kurt, Worm versus Fisherman. Who do you got?
I say we win.
We win.
We all win.
Let's go.
Now, this is one of the hallmarks
The hallowed
of the XCF.
The hallowed blue halls, the hallowed blue tarp. No shade. It's better than any tarp that we've ever set up for a wrestling show. That's for sure. And here comes the worm.
Now, I'm going to put this out at the top, and I'm not trying to be anyone's mom, but I am worried about the intensity of the sun.
Yes.
And the clear lack of sunscreen being utilized by any of the performers today.
And I would like to point out, for whatever reason, this referee has gone with shorts, even though her legs would be burned up in a cinder given her pale skin.
It's also an interesting look because, like, to my
body
eyes,
shaming.
the shoes look like the shoes I used to wear in marching band.
Oh, well, that's for traction.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're sturdy and reliable. Now,
You
the
know what's-
Big Worm is focused.
Yes.
He says the vest, that's for afterward.
That's for afterwards, taking off the shirt. Good move.
Top shirt comes off for the wrestling tank top.
You got to take the black shirt off when
Yeah.
you're working in sun like that in the
got this-
backyards of Kentucky.
I got this at the tour last year. I'm not going to risk Fisherman Jenkins getting his diabolical paws all over this thing.
His diabolical paws, indeed. His hooks in the shirt, if you will. To use a, because he's the fisherman.
Yeah, and if it's a metal shirt, like Hooks in You, the Megadeth song. I see what that was the reference you were making. Right?
Or like the ending of Hellraiser, the TV series. Sorry for spoiling, of course.
Classic. Now, Fisherman Jenkins,
Taking his time, using the mind games.
building dramatic tension, the Macho Head Games. Here he is.
There we go. I think you mentioned.
yeah.
I think you mentioned before that if you look behind the curtain, you can see there is quite a walk down
Yeah,
the
it's
hall.
like the trail up to the backstage area is a quarter mile at least.
Or-
He's got the state prison shirt on. He kind of entered. He almost looked as if he thought he was. He's like, "Is this the Denny's?" when he came in, and then
I would like to applaud the state prison for giving him the number 42069 in a show of progressive culture 10 years ago, Kurt. 10 years ago, before marijuana and prostitution were rampant, legal, and encouraged
now
in the United States.
I did some research about this.
Okay.
A lot of people think that is a cheeky design. No, that was actually his inmate number. Oh, and you just missed the big.
That was quite a move. I
the
know.
big,
I took the inopportune time to check the levels, but
he is hitting him with the razzle dazzle from the get go.
I did not expect that from an octogenarian, but here we go. He has the slick moves. That's why he is the wily veteran.
And he's giving it to the ref right now. Now, maybe it was just the camera work. Was Big Worm patted down for foreign objects before the match as well?
I have to. Did she just check his mouth?
She checked his mouth. That's where you're going to put the razor blade,
For
right?
a razor blade,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. This is, again, he is a prison escapee.
He's familiar with all the tactics.
Surprised she didn't give him a rear entry
there's got to be a body
check.
cavity search if we're going to be thorough about this. A lovely view of the Kentucky countryside.
That's got to be fucking hot as hell, I'll tell you that.
Even in October, it's got to be hot as hell.
Look at
you
this
know?
locking
Yeah.
up.
Oh! The big man not wasting any time. Establishing dominance.
Raw power, Kurt. That's what that is. The worm brings power to the fold. A power unlike any fisherman has ever seen.
It
in
ain't
this
just
boat.
a Stooges song.
Oh, look
Oh!
at that. Oh! Getting his temper going a little, almost like a ultimate warrior sort of rage.
Yeah, just kind of getting fired up on the ropes. Oh,
Another
now
lock
both
up.
men are technicians, so locking up like that at the start. That's how you kind of feel out your opponent, literally.
I think that is why they do it.
Now, do you think now that I see this angle, I see a gentleman sitting there without any shirt on.
Oh.
You think maybe Big Worm was taking off his other shirt and vest to taunt that guy to say,
Yeah.
"Look, I have so many clothes, I don't even need to wear all of them."
This is what Planet Fitness does for you. You should sign up. Maybe, and use my hashtag. That's what he was saying.
But maybe he
10
can't
years
get in
ago
there because he
before-
doesn't have a shirt. Yeah, 10 years before hashtags were even invented, this guy was all over. Oh!
You cannot get into a test of strength with the worm if your name is Fisherman Jenkins. Look at this.
I gotta say, as a crafty veteran, I think Fisherman Jenkins probably knows that. Oh! The
Wow.
chest butt.
Right in the sternum.
I think Fisherman Jenkins is probably trying to maybe get in his head. making him think this is going to be a cakewalk or something like that.
That blackjack in the corner there, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't come into play later.
Maybe that's the strategy. Like, I know I'm going to be patted down for foreign objects. If I just toss it into the ring, they won't see that. Hello. Hello.
And suddenly we're in a tickle video. What kind of arm protector is Fisherman Jenkins? I hope that was checked to see if it was loaded. Look at that. Taking him straight down to the mat. Going for the eyes. Smart.
That's an interesting question. That is a smart strategy. I guess I didn't realize it was there for any kind of medicinal purposes. Oh!
Big drop kick.
And that has leveled the big man.
Gonna go for the... I wish we knew what Kentucky's area code was. We could have inserted it there.
420.
Is it? 42069, baby. He's going for the 42069. I believe that's what he calls it. You know, Worm, while he did go down on a couple of knees, looks like he is not. He's not worse for wear. Going straight back to the head.
No, and he just brings the power. And I got to give it up to the ref for breaking up the illegal hold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we watch a lot of matches on this channel where the referee, I wouldn't even say she doesn't care. She just kind of.
Oh, look at this!
Doesn't.
I believe that's called a defibrillator.
Oh, here we go. The worm stomp. Shades of Shai Hulud rampaging over the surface of Arrakis. And here we go.
Big splash.
Speaking of which, whoever controls the spice controls the fisherman. That's what they say.
I didn't see it going there. Tying in Bautista.
That's what it's. Hey, hashtag
looking for a sponsorship.
Batista.
Hey, you have a wrestler in your movie. We talk about wrestling. It just makes sense.
We should be in Dune 3.
Vis-a-vis, tat-a-tat, you know, come on, let us in. Banging his head into the turnbuckle in a reverse show of strength. I don't know what that means.
Now, Alex,
6 minutes into the match,
I know we've got
happening?
a flow.
Yeah.
I've got to step away real quick. I'm getting an urgent phone call from area code 420. I got to take this, but I don't want to leave you high and dry. I've got a very good friend of mine.
Before you do that, off the top rope.
Oh!
In a show of Macho Man-esque type of revelry. That
works?
Yeah.
Why not?
Done.
Well, I'm going to step out. My good friend, Lieutenant Colonel Frank Slade, is going to slot in just for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right, and I'm going to tag out myself into a little gentleman to interview him by the name of Larry King.
Ha ha! Hooah!
Now, let me ask you something. You're a lieutenant colonel, right?
But I'm not a snitch!
Yeah. But let me ask you something. What do you think of the match so far? You think this worm guy... I don't know. Is that Larry King? Hey, let me ask you...
You tell me!
I've lost my Larry King. There it is. Hey, let me ask you, Lieutenant Colonel Frank. What do you think of the match so far?
There's a lot of stuff I think is a crock of shit! But this ain't one of them.
Do you think the fisherman has a chance here in this match? And what do you care?
Well, let me tell you what. When the shit hits the fan, some guys run, and some guys stay.
I think that was well timed there. The shit did hit the fan. Big bulldog there by the worm. He seems like he's going to be going for the pin here. What do you think, Lieutenant Colonel?
Well, just like me, it looks like Big Worm is just getting warmed up.
It's true.
Oh, a little razzle-dazzle. Hoo-ah!
You know, here's the thing, though, Kurt, is if Lieutenant Colonel was watching this match, you know what he actually would say? I can't see the match. Hoo-ah! What's happening,
It
Johnny?
sounds like a bunch of noises. All right, Frank, you got to get out of here. I'm sorry about that, Larry. I'm back.
It's okay.
Thanks for sitting in, Frank.
Another big bulldog. That's 2 bulldogs in this match. Usually when you see that many bulldogs, it's in one of those adopt-a-pet situations over in Tacoma Park.
It is. And we hope they all find homes. Now, I got to say, this is a stunning reversal. It looked like Big Worm. I was watching from the wings while I was on my important phone call. It looks like he had it kind of in the bag, but
Now,
suddenly...
Do we really think that the fisherman is going to slam the worm today? Not today, partner.
You know, I call that, well, that's just getting the crowd amped up, the possibility.
No,
you know, they might be setting some up 10 matches down the road.
Oh, you think? Oh, yeah. Of course. You tease it all year, and then the big slam happens at what's the name of the pay-per-view?
69 cons.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Tragedy has happened. I believe the fisherman is having some sort of corner.
Somebody needs to call 911.
And I'm not talking about the wrestler, but the worm, of course, showing compassion and consideration for for the fisherman here, taking a break from pummeling his ass.
Well, you know the code of the squared circle. They're gonna, oh! I cannot believe a more stunning display of betrayal I've never seen.
My God, and the fisherman pulls it off. You had to see that coming.
Dare I say it? He baited that hook, and the worm fell for that hook, line, and sinker.
Oh my God, the worm is not done. He is coming at the fisherman. Fisherman's hightailing it out of there like the Gordon's fisherman did when those corporate, I don't know, fishing boats took over or something. Yeah. Check out more XCF. It's worth your time. The backyards of Kentucky. More. Hey, next up, we'll I don't want to say which match it is.
Something will happen.
Something will happen.
Hoo-ah!